take the mats right here. So if everybody can grab a mat, just pull it up closer to the floor. Like this, and go ahead and leave it separate.
So let's line it up with how Jack has it. And let's do this one over a little bit.
All right, and then really fast also, you guys are going to pair up. Now, since we have an odd number of people, there is going to be one group with 3, and we ask that that 3 group be right in this mat right here.
And as you get into these groups, can you also push these 2 mats a little further apart? So again, group of 2, if you haven't already, and one group of 3. Very good. So now that you guys have your groups together, I want you guys to focus your attention up here, please. And we're going to demonstrate how to do a front roll. You guys might remember this from childhood, known as a somersault. And normally, if you were to do this, just a single front roll, you would start in standing position, as Cody is right now, and you'd end in standing position. But we want to build upon this and have you guys learn how to do continuous front rolls, as Cody demonstrated in the book. So,
can I make a suggestion? Maybe the people in front are sitting down, so the people behind.
Alright, so Cody's going to start in a crouch position. He's going to put his hands in front of him, slightly wider than shoulder width apart. He's going to tuck his chin to his chest, and then he's going to put the top of his head on the ground like a roly-poly position. Then he's going to push off with his legs over, staying in roly-poly position, back up to crouch position that he started in. So once he's in here, he's now ready to continue on continuous front rolls, but we're not going to do that. So how we're going to practice is we're going to have you work in partners. And we want each partner to try 5 times in a row. So you can roll one way, then the other, 5 times. And then after you've done it 5 times, you're going to switch partners, and the other partner's going to do it. For those of you who are not actually rolling at the time, please help your partner out, give them feedback, give them tips, things you remembered from our explanation, and make sure they're doing all the steps correctly to help them be safe as they started. And we also want you to remember to just try and have fun with this, and we're going to be walking around available for questions or feedback if you need us. So go ahead, repeat the pattern of switching until we tell you to stop.
Oh, yes.
If you want to get up, it's very good to get up if you add more force in here. So I know you were just trying to get all the steps right, but in order to get up and then.
Attention to the floor before you start the actual level. Makes you go slow. And then the more you let your legs sit in front, like after you get it, you can go more you can.
I did 4
So we want you to try and have your knees on the inside of your arms when you start. So not on the outside like we did, so right on the inside. And then roll back up to start. Very nice.
So you're going to want to keep your head down. Place the head down. Yes. There you go.
Very nice. Do you want to put my knees? Yeah.
So you're going to want to keep your
Very nice ending. Good job.
lifting up your head a little bit. Just stop. And then let your body go in front. And then keep your legs there.
Beautiful.
I did some stuff.
Very nice.
Stay in the floor. Yes, there you go. Yeah, see, that's perfect. That's beautiful.
Yeah, we'll go 4 times.
Oh. Alright guys, bring your attention to the front. Those of you in front, on the front of the mats, have a seat. We're going to go ahead and start teaching you the tripod. So when you start out, we're going to have a spotter now. And we want them to be with their left knee down and their right knee up at a 90-degree angle so that he can support the weight of another person safely. So Rachel's going to start in the crouch position. She's going to put her hands slightly shoulder width outside of shoulder width apart and bring her head forward. You're going to form a triangle from the top of your head to your hands. You don't want to go on your forehead because then you're putting a lot of pressure on the back of your neck. You don't want to go too far because then you're stretching those muscles too much. So she's going to have her feet on the balls of her feet, and then she's going to lift up her hips like a stink bug. She's going to walk in and bring her knees to her elbows. Notice that her elbows are at nice 90-degree angles and that her fingers are spread to cover more surface area. And her head is right on the top, so think of it as a sweet spot. You want to get to that sweet spot so your head is in line with the spine. Notice the spotter has a hand right here at her upper back, and the other hand slightly lifting on her other shin. And when you let go of the spotter, you want to always keep your right hand there, never let it go. And when they want to get down, you just let go of the other hand, so that they're always returning to the starting position that direction. If you let go with this hand, there's a possibility of them rolling over and they may not be comfortable or ready for that. And that is how we do it.
Alright, so you guys are going to kind of do the same thing, partners again. And instead of doing 5 in a row and then switching partners, you're going to do 1 attempt, switch partners, 1 attempt, switch partners. And you guys are going to try to do 5. Now, the key words that you guys got to remember is the triangle pose, which was where your hands are spread out and your head is down, like Rachel will be demonstrating. And then you go into the stink bug pose, stick your butt up in the air, and then you're going to walk your knees up and rest them onto there. Now, spotters, you have a key role into this one. You want to make sure that they have good form, that they're doing that. You want to make sure their head is in line with the spine, always keeping one hand on the back, always supporting the ankle with the other one. When they're done, remember, don't remove the back, remove the one with the ankle. So you're going to try to do it 5 times. The goal of it is to have 1 attempt, either with a spotter or without, that you hold it for 10 seconds. So go ahead and do it.
Go first.
Found a sweet spot. Are you ready?
So you want to think of how we did the breaststroke, where your knees are coming a little wider like the frog? Bring it down a little more. There you go. Feel that? Very nice.
A little closer. Good. Okay, so walk them up first.
So remember, if you want to try and or like a tricep.
We're not going to now.
There you go. You're in. Yeah, slightly more than
Now walk your knees up. guys do one for sure. Okay, that's a little quick. Okay.
I know that sounds like don't pass out.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh yeah, Blake.
Very nice.
Maybe you know, yeah. Stink bug right there.
There you go.
Keep swishing.
One more time. So walk your knees up now. Lock them up.
Continue. Ready? Yeah.
Alright, you guys. If your spotters, please get your gymnasts into a safe position so we can direct our attention back up front. Now we're going to start and we're going to learn a different activity known as the kick-up. This is runner start position that Megan's going to be starting in. Cody, once again, will be spotting. Now for this one, you're going to be going into an actual headstand. So her body is going to be perpendicular to the ground. Her dominant leg is her right because she's right-handed. Just whichever one feels more comfortable to be forward is probably what you'll want. And your back leg is slightly more extended. She's going to go into the triangle position with her hands and her head, as we did in the tripod. And for this time, she's going to kick up her left leg first, straight, and then followed by her right, up in next position. Very good. Notice that her back is straight and it's not curving back here, so that means she needs to engage her abs. And if she's flexing out her hips more, that means she needs to engage her back. That's it. Down. Notice for Cuddy on this one, his hands are in a different spot of where we were before for the tripod. You're going to gauge where their shoulders are, because where their shoulders are is where their legs are going to come up to, and you want to gauge to about where the mid-thigh is going to be, so you want to catch them, so that way in case she overkicks, he'll be good to catch, and then once the other one is up, you bring your other arm to support on both sides, and so that way in case she's leaning one way or the other, you can support both ways. And for another thing, this is going to be really important. If your spotter or if your gymnast has kicked over too much, you're going to want to know how to react to that. So notice that he's in his stance for spotting, and Megan's going to kick up too hard this time. Notice that. There you go. So he used his weight to catch her and slow her down, so that way she didn't get like the wind knocked out of her. She would land on her back.
Now, a tendency a lot of people will do is they'll curve their legs over, right, when they kind of hit your hand like Megan did. That's going to add a lot of weight onto the spotter, so it's important to not even just stay like this, but to kind of lean your body weight into a little bit so that if it is over, you don't need to try to yank her up. You can let her down. We're going to continue to do the same practicing that we just did with the tripod, so 5 attempts each. Now, if you guys do not feel comfortable with this one at all, we're just going to encourage you to go back to the tripod and practice your form again, so make sure you walk up. I know a lot of people were starting to kind of jump up, like in the runner start for the tripod, and you don't want to do that. You want to walk it up. If you guys feel comfortable trying this out, you're going to kick the leg up as Megan did. Remember, key things are runner's pose, one leg fully extended, getting in the triangle, kick one leg up and have the other one follow. Spotters, you have a huge role in this. Make sure you meet them with your body weight and then you close in on the top. So you guys can go ahead and practice them a little.
Yeah.